Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but hi everyone. I have this up on my phone just to keep track of everything so that way you guys don't have to see me switch through. Um, yeah, switch through like 15 different tabs because I still don't know how to do this. And I'm just using like my janky laptop. So we're just gonna get started. I am currently writing Vogue. It's I honestly have no idea how long it's going to be, but we will see. Um, I hope this is fun for you guys. I hope that you don't like hate this, uh, and that I can do it again because it's something that I have been wanting to do for a while. And if it flops, then let's just pretend it never happened. So feel free to ask me questions. I have this up on my phone so I can see if you ever do have something. You can ask me about anything. You can ask me about the fic or like my blog or me to an extent. Uh, and let's just have a fun time. Hopefully, this live stream will make me more productive than I normally am when I write because a lot of the times I write and then I stop writing after 5 minutes and I go on the Instagram Explore page. So, okay, getting asked, how are you? I'm good. I haven't left my house in weeks, but it's good. I love your voice. Thanks. My voice is really deep and I have a lisp, so it's whatever. I can't believe there are people actually watching this. It's crazy. But yeah, I hope this is fun and exciting. So we're just gonna get writing. It's gonna be hard for me to write and talk at the same time, but you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. Keep in mind that you can also ask me questions on Tumblr if that makes you feel more comfortable. If you don't really feel like exposing your username to the few people that are tuning in. This feels like a podcast. And you guys get a fun sneak peek at my stuff. So, super cool. Wow, everyone's saying that they like my voice. Thanks, that makes me feel better because I hate it. So, okay. How's my day been? Really uneventful. I did some homework that I have due for tomorrow for college. I did my Korean presentation on BTS. That was great. Uh, there are 3 other people in my class, so they're gonna get an in-depth presentation on BTS, and I hope they enjoy it because my Korean professor actually she was part of the HOT fan club when she was younger, which I think is very funny. And so she doesn't get to judge me for making a presentation on BTS because she was literally part of the fan club for HOT. So that's good. I'm really liking my Korean class, actually. It's a lot of fun. There's like literally 4 of us, so it's really personalized. I'm learning a lot. And I feel like it was a good decision for me to take this class because I almost didn't. So. Not to interrupt, what is college like? It's I assume you're in high school or something. College is super different from high school. Anybody who says it's the same is a total liar. Uh, it's the best way I can describe it is I was describing this to my friend who's a graduating senior from high school, and she was, and I said that, you know how in high school when like the bell rings and you get to go home, and you get to be in your room, in your house, and you, even though you still have work to do, you're like in the comfort of your own home. The day has ended. You get to like change out of your school clothes, like you get to put on sweatpants and stuff. In college, the bell never rings. So that's how it works. I have a couple of IRL friends on here because I'm forcing them to watch me. So, hello. I have been FaceTiming them a lot recently because I have nothing better to do when we can't see each other in real life. So, but I hope everybody gets a nice sneak peek of this. I have genuinely no idea how long it's going to be. I predicted 20 to 30K, so we're gonna see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, feel free to pop in and out, or just like leave. I don't care. Even if there's like one person watching, I'm still gonna talk because it is nice to get your thoughts out sometimes. So, and I hope you like listening to them because this makes me feel better than just like speaking to myself in my room alone. Oh yeah, happy Easter, you guys. Or I know Passover's over, but happy Passover to those of you that also celebrate it. Um, yeah, this is a weird time for all of us, but I hope that you are spending time with the people that care for you and love you. Um, and if you aren't, I hope that you're spending some quality time with yourself because you deserve it. How is Num Num doing? Num Num is my cat. For those of you who don't know, she's a calico long hair. She's adorable. Today, when we were eating dinner, she was whining like a little baby um, at my family while we were having our sushi takeout uh, because she wanted to go outside. And her only means of convincing us is to moan until she gets her way, as cats do. Please do not be afraid to ask me questions. I'm happy to answer nearly anything, honestly, so just hit me. And if not, I mean, my ask box on Tumblr is always open, so if you don't think of something right now, you can always shoot me an ask later. Yeah, you guys are getting a fun sneak peek into my writing style, which is, I mean, normally I don't talk while I write, but a lot of it is typing a sentence, hating it, deleting it, and replacing it with a sentence that is just a little bit better. So, can't type, but that's cool. Oh my god. I haven't asked you guys, but how are all of you, if you are watching? Um, I hope your day's been alright, or better than alright. Uh, and I hope that this is in some way rewarding for you. Otherwise, I will just, I don't know, pretend that this never happened and dream about being a YouTuber. I wish I could type that fast. Fun fact, I actually type with 3 fingers. I type with my left hand pointer finger and my right hand pointer finger and middle finger, and that's it. And I can type, on a good day, over 100 words per minute, and nobody seems to understand. But, I mean... Alright, calculus is giving me brain rot, but that's nothing new. I don't know what to say. I hope that your brain will eventually stop rotting, or it will be so rotten that you just can't do it anymore. Honestly, the fact that people are even watching this is like shocking to me. What is going to a concert like? Okay, my friend did the little up things to that question, because they're the person that I go to most of my concerts with. Um, it's, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like an out of body experience. Uh, and it's the sort, like, I normally consider myself a pretty tame, like mild mannered person, but when I go to concerts, it's like all hell breaks loose inside of me. I scream and um, I like I just totally lose it. It's crazy. I'm usually never happier. And the friend that I go with is also like that, but definitely louder than I am, if my concert videos are anything to go by. So I love your work. I wouldn't want to miss this. Thanks. I appreciate that. I hope that my blog can serve as a respite for you from your real life, because it certainly is a respite for me. Ooh, questions. Do you usually listen to music while you write? Yes, I actually have a couple curated playlists depending on the mood of the story. I do actually have an Enemies to Lovers playlist, which I would be listening to if I didn't have this live stream up to just keep track of it. If I had to recommend an album, any album for Enemies to Lovers, it would be All Time Low's Dirty Work, because that is the anthem for Enemies to Lovers, and you honestly cannot change my mind. But my albums are on Apple Music because I'm a loser who uses Apple Music, so I cannot share them because that's got private information, like my Apple Music information. So, but I could always switch over to Spotify and make the same playlist if you guys were interested in listening to the same music that I listen to while I write. Do you have any advice on having motivation to write and actually finish a work in progress? Most of the time, honestly, this break, like this quarantine season, rather than writing, I play Animal Crossing New Horizons. So maybe I'm not the best person to ask for motivation, but I do think that the reason I write a lot and so much within a fic is because I get really excited about the stuff that I write. And I want, and having you guys is really helpful because it makes me want to share more. So having that definitely gets me going in terms of finishing a fic, like writing it, finishing it, and everything. Because I want to share it with you guys. And the feeling of sharing it is really special. So it's likely that the beginning of this fic is probably going to be rewritten just because I'm more excited for the latter half than the front half. And I'm just writing it to get thoughts down. And then I will probably rewrite it at some point. I have no idea when this will come out just because I haven't set myself a strict schedule. And I still have classes to take, so we will see. But hopefully soon. I would like it if it was soon. Just because I'm really excited about it and I want you guys to all see it. So yeah, please feel free to if you don't really feel like listening to me talk all the time and you just want to see me write, feel free to put on your own music or like a podcast or something more interesting than this. And just watch me as I try to write for a little bit. So how do you get your ideas? I always have problems with that. Um, Honestly, I've said this before in my writing tips tag, but my ideas do literally come from anywhere. Moonlight Melody was inspired by the time I went to Italy and I saw a student orchestra perform in a piazza. And then I was like, I want to write a student orchestra at you. So that's what I did. This is actually from the fic titles game. I don't know if you guys know that, but it's when you guys give me like made up fic titles and I come up with the plot that I would write for the fic title. This is actually from that. I've really been wanting to write it because I haven't written a yoongi fic in a really long time, and I'm getting down to it. But I do genuinely mean it when I say that inspiration comes from anywhere, which is totally crazy. A lot of my most recent college stories have come from real life college experiences that I've had, because college is crazy and totally unpredictable. How do you write endings effectively? You're not garbage at it, Neri, but it's good. I don't know. The main goal is to wrap up as many things as you can and put like a nice little bow on it. You know, make good. You don't want to be one of those authors with a bunch of loose ties at the end, unless you're doing it purposefully. But I wouldn't recommend that. I wouldn't recommend leaving a bunch of loose ties. Maybe like one or two to leave the reader wondering. But usually you just want to make sure, like, you just want to dot your I's and cross your T's, make sure everything is wrapped up, and you can honestly have it end on a nice note or an active note, like an action filled note, like The Incredibles almost, you know, like how they end it with the Underminer. I think that's the villain's name, coming up from the ground on a giant drill, and then that's where the movie ends. You can have it end on a melancholy note. I mean, really the choice is yours, but I do try to make sure that all of everything is wrapped up nicely, so that it feels like it's been finished, and that you can just like put it down and set it aside because it's done. So your wedding planner's fic was beautiful. It made you cry. I'm sorry it made you cry. That was not the intention. A lot of people told me it made them cry, and I was like, damn, totally did not mean for that to happen at all. It was supposed to be a funny, crackheaded story, but it makes me happy that something that I've written could touch you so much, because that's really all an author could ever want. Even though I did write the wedding planners, like, I think over 2 years ago, so my writing has definitely changed since then. How do you describe what is happening so well? I think I've said this before in a writing tips answer, but I'm not sure. But I basically visualize everything in my head like a movie. Because I want a really rounded view of everything. Like, I don't want to be centered in on just the main characters unless I absolutely have to be. So when stuff is happening, I try and keep track of everything that the characters are doing, everything around them, what everything around them is doing. Like right now, the OC is preparing for her Paris Fashion Week show, and from her eyes, she has to keep track of literally everything that goes on in the show, including her friends, but also the models, the designs, the stylists, the like aesthetics, everything. And because she has to keep all of that in mind, I try to also keep all of that in mind while I'm writing, because That's how she sees it. And that's how I want you guys to see it, because it is technically a second person fics. You are reading from her point of view. Spare some talent, good sir. You don't need it, my guy. Sorry, bro. This must feel like a FaceTime call to you. um, It's my disembodied voice. Yeah, true. You guys, I think you guys know what I look like. If you don't, you could probably find it on my blog somewhere. But now you have a voice to put with the face. Isn't that crazy? What is it like living by yourself? I mean, I'm currently at home, like my childhood home with my parents, even though like I never really moved out. And when I was in college, I had a roommate, so I can't vouch for living by yourself, but not like being away from home for an extended period of time is really different. And you have a lot more freedom, which is a good and bad thing. Because I usually have a set schedule when I'm at home. Like I'll do this until 10:30. I'll do this until 6. I'll do this until midnight, and then I'll go to sleep or whatever. But in college, it's like everything's totally up to you, and you can't base your routine off of anybody else's. So that's probably the biggest change. Not a question, but I really want to say thank you because you're such an inspiration and your work's really amazing. Thank you. I say this like every day, but thank you to everybody who does actually tune in to my blog, because it means a lot to me, and I can't believe that there are so many of you that read my stuff and respond to it and message me and like my blog and follow it, and it's amazing. I'm super lucky and really grateful for everything that you guys do. you typing ASMR? Well, I sure hope so. I mean, the sound is really nice to me. What's your favorite way to characterize the boys? Okay, going down the list. Jin. I mean, if you look at any one of my fics, he is like super loud, boisterous, totally shameless, funny, wears his heart on his sleeve. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much his like personality now, which I do try to stick to. Most of the time I try to emulate their real personalities, or at least what we know of their real personalities, what we see, as much as possible. So, Yoongi, I mean, everybody, like, honestly, I think he's super opinionated, and so I try to keep that in stories. I think he's a lot more shameless than he lets on as well. So I also try to incorporate that. For Hobie, I mean, honestly, I've literally written one story for Hobie, but I do, because it's really hard to characterize him for me, but and the one story I do have, I really wanted him to be optimistic, bubbly, like, sort of innocent, almost. Like, I wanted him to have a really positive outlook on the world. For June, he is a very intellectual, soft-spoken kind of guy. He always knows exactly what to say. So, and he's super creative, so I try to keep that in mind. He's very worldly, like, just knowledgeable about everything, but not in, like, a pretentious way. Jimin is, honestly, he's, like, a little ball of fluff. He's super fun, and bouncy. So, I can't hear anything. Can you guys hear me? Yes or no? Okay, what I was saying. Oh, I was on June. Yeah, he's just, like, fun to be around. Like, his happiness is, like, contagious. For Taehyung, it's a mix, but he's very artistic, and he's very genuine. I mean, they all are, but he is especially, and he's very grounded and centered. And he also wears his heart on his sleeve. He's a very hopeless romantic kind of guy. And so is Jungkook. Jungkook is the easiest character for me to mold because I don't know, there's something about him that just, it makes it very easy to write him. But he's fun, and he's competitive, and he's very friendly. Like, he's good at being friends with you. And he's good at being friends with other people, too, which is how he is in real life. So that's pretty much how I characterize him. What do you do when I get writer's block? If I get writer's block, I typically stop writing because I don't want to write something bad and then hate it and then feel worse about myself. But when you have writer's block, I actually wouldn't recommend doing that. I would recommend to continue writing, and just push through it, because you never know, you might hit a breakthrough with this one sentence that you write, and it might actually be kind of good, and you might think, oh, maybe I'll continue writing that. Or even if you keep writing and it doesn't feel great, at least you wrote something, and when you do take a break, you'll at least be like, well, at least I did something. So that's typically what I do. What other K-pop groups do you like? Literally, a lot of them. I listen to a lot of them. I just honestly, I have so many on my music library, and I just hit shuffle and just listen to them. Um, if I had to list a few, boy groups, 17, Monsta X, TXT, uh, EXO. Let's see, what am I missing? NCT. Yeah, girl groups, nearly all of them. I'm not even kidding. It's very likely that if they exist, I know them and I like listening to them. So, but favorites would be IOI and IZ*ONE. Those are some top ones. I'm so sad that IOI disbanded, but IOI, IZ*ONE, ITZY, I've been really liking a lot recently. Red Velvet. Who else? I like Chungha as a solo artist. Blackpink I like Twice, obviously. A lot of them, most of them I listen to. I'm not as good with the boy groups though, so if you have boy group recommendations or songs or something, hit me up. I'll try to listen to them, but no promises. Do we like Stray Kids? I've listened to them. I haven't listened to their most recent stuff, to be honest. The first and only comeback I listened to was My Pace, but it was a good album. And I liked it, and Awkward Silence is my favorite song on that album. But all the songs on that album are pretty good. I haven't really been keeping up with them since, but I do know them, and I like that album, so I should probably keep listening to them. Do you watch K-dramas? Yes, I do. I haven't been watching a lot recently, but my favorites are Descendants of the Sun, W, Scarlet Heart Theo, Strong Woman Do Bong Soon, and Weightlifting Fairy Kim Bok Ju. So if you haven't seen any of those, I highly recommend them. They are super good. Please watch Dr. Romantic 2. Okay, I will put it on my list. I definitely have a lot more time now. Now that I'm like stuck at home, but so I'll put that on my list. I'm looking forward to it. I also really want to watch Crash Landing on You because that looks super good. So, how do you maintain personal deadlines? I have a bullet journal, so I write everything down for the week or for the month, depending on how much stuff I have to do. And I try to stick to those deadlines as best as I can. So, that is how I typically stick to posting personal deadlines. I mean, a lot of them are like school-based, like academic deadlines, but for example, I really want to post this fic before the end of April. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's my goal, so I definitely have to get grinding on this. Have I watched a K-drama called Hello My 20s? No, I haven't. I've heard of it, though. It's another thing that's on my list. I mean, so many things are on my list, and I don't know if I will ever get around to watching all of them. But if you recommend it, I will check it out as well. So, yeah, feel free to just, like, put stuff into the chat. I read it. So, I have reblogged the post that I made about me being live, like, 20 times today. But I don't care, because I want people to know. So I'm going to reblog it again. If you're wondering how I'm reblogging stuff, I'm doing it on my phone. So 我今天不要上中文课. Yeah, me too, bro. I have Chinese class, like Zoom lectures, for my Chinese class, from Monday through Thursday, hour long each. So, and it's at like 9 in the morning. So I'm not excited for it, but you know, the semester ends at the end of this month. I'm almost done. So bilingual queen, thanks. I still almost definitely hit the reading level of like a fifth grader, but try my best. Chinese classes really help. So what is my major in college? I'm currently majoring in international relations, and I will probably minor in Chinese and creative writing. That's the plan. We're gonna see how well I can stick to it. Um, but yeah, I've always been really interested in like diplomacy and stuff, so that's what I'm going for. I might tack on like a Korean certificate if I have enough time. Um, but I'm like just a freshman, so we'll see, you know? I don't know if I'll end this thing at exactly 10:30. I'll probably just no, I kind of want to play Animal Crossing after this. I barely wrote. I'm not impressed with myself. But this was fun because I could talk to you guys and it wasn't like through anonymous messages on Tumblr, which I still appreciate. So, but I just being able to chat with you guys in any medium means a lot to me. So, uh, yeah, you can take Korean. Yeah, I'm actually taking Korean right now. Super fun. I'm learning a lot. I'm starting to watch the run episodes without um, without English subtitles. I'll pause it. I'll change it to Korean subtitles, watch it a bit, and then switch back to English to get the context. So, who's your favorite Animal Crossing villager? Okay, I'm gonna switch from this document for a sec to show you my favorite Animal Crossing villager. This is hands down. He is my favorite. It's Marshall. He is so cute. Marshall is my favorite. I love his denim shirt. Um, he is a rustic squirrel, and he's adorable. And he low-key reminds me of Yoongi, but yeah, he's my favorite. We're distracting. No, it's me. I mean, I'm the one doing all the talking, so it's like this um, when I'm on FaceTime calls and I'm trying to write at the same time. I usually don't end up writing, and I usually just end up talking. So, me too. Yes, Marshall is the fave. He is one of my favorites. He is my ultimate favorite, but I do have other favorites. Bo, Goldie, um, let's see who else. Fauna. Oh my god, I love Fauna. Eloise. Uh, Dobby. I don't know how to say his name, but he's my favorite. He's another big fave. He's like just like this old little wolf. And his house is filled with books. I just love him. Okay, that's enough talking about Animal Crossing. I'm probably gonna play it after this video. Um, I have to go. Okay, bye. I hope you enjoyed this. It will be on my YouTube channel as unlisted, so I don't think you can search for it because Loki didn't want like people just like popping in who didn't come from my blog. Um, but yeah, I mean the post will be linked up on my Tumblr somewhere, so you'll be able to watch it again if you want to. I can't believe anybody would want to rewatch this, but thanks. Hello, welcome if you just joined. This is me attempting to write, but mostly talking to myself and to you guys. But feel free to ask any questions or just like leave a comment or anything you want, because we're having a fun time here. And I hope you enjoy. So. Honestly, the fact that some of you have been watching this the entire time is absolutely shocking to me. So, but I'm glad that you stuck around. I hope that this was somehow informative or fun or relaxing or anything. Maybe one day I will get to live out my true YouTuber dreams and make a video. But today is not that day. And I don't know when that day will be because I don't have access to a really great camera. I'm like streaming this from my jank laptop, so we'll see. Do you like ATs? I saw them live at KCON in New York last summer, and they were really good. I have nothing to complain about. I don't know them super well, but I have listened to, I would say, most of their title tracks, and I liked them. Uh, my total favorite has to be Pirate King. I don't know what it is about that song. It's so good, and they didn't play it at KCON, and I was really sad about that because I really wanted them to. But I also really liked Wave, but I haven't been keeping up with their newest stuff, which I should. I'm trying to figure out who the members are. I'm not doing a great job at it. But I like their music, and I have it downloaded to my phone, so. 写很多. For those of you who don't know what that means, it means I wrote a lot. Yeah, I guess. I feel like I didn't write that much. Sometimes I can bang out like 1,000 to 2,000 words in an hour, but this was different. It was fun and special. So, how do you decide whether a scene is useful or not? Um, well, I mean, I think that in general, everything that you write should somehow forward the story, in some way, whether it's forwarding, like it's progressing character dynamics or plot or foreshadowing or something. I think every part of writing has to have some sort of purpose. So if it doesn't have that purpose, if it's just in there, like to be in there, I would say take it out. But I do, big surprise here, I have actually been planning out most of my fics as of late. So when I plan them out, I typically decide what is worth keeping and what is worth like trashing. So I would recommend plotting out your fics. It's honestly really helpful. I don't know why I didn't do it before. To see what you might need, and you can always change it when you start actually writing. Like if you plot out a scene and you realize it doesn't really mean anything, you can always delete it or change it. So, how was KCON as a whole? It was really fun. I like wrestled with a girl on Twitter to get the tickets because we missed out on buying them from Ticketmaster. And it was really good. Unfortunately, Everglow could not get to the New York one because some passport problems or like visa problems or whatever, but it was fine because IZ*ONE was there and that was the best and I really love them. It was really fun. Some of the groups I did know and some of the groups I didn't, but the music was great. It was like a 3-hour long concert, which was totally crazy. I didn't go to the actual convention though, so I can't speak for that. But the concert was super fun. It felt like another concert. I had a really good time. I lost my voice screaming for IZ*ONE, unsurprisingly so. But I say that if you like at least 2 or 3 of the groups, it's honestly worth going because, like, I had no idea who ATEEZ was before going, or I had like a vague idea, but not much. And then I went and they performed and they were really good. And then I checked them out afterwards. So I say that and honestly, like getting super close-up seats isn't necessarily worth it unless you know all of the groups and you love them so much. But we had decent seats, and I enjoyed myself. So I could help you with the members. I appreciate that. That's in reference to ATEEZ. I'm trying my best, but honestly, I don't have enough motivation to actually learn them individually. But I like listening to their songs, so we'll call that a win. For Broken Rings, how did you decide what time period to set it in? I don't think I set it in a very specific time period. I think I just decided it was like medieval, which is really broad. The medieval period typically goes from anywhere from about 1200 to like 1600, 1500, yeah. But I did decide that I mean, you just have to make like certain decisions on what do you want your characters to be able to do and what you want them to not be able to do. Like, I didn't want any real technology because I felt like that would have been detrimental to the storyline. But I also didn't want them to be like super peasants, and for it to be very feudal and hierarchical because that also isn't super cool. So, I mean, you just have to make decisions. And honestly, it wasn't even that historically accurate. I would just do a quick Google to make sure that, like, they didn't have plumbing or they did have plumbing or something. So, but nobody ever even checks that. So it doesn't matter. Can we see your plan? I would show it to you guys, but it's actually super ugly. And just looking at it makes me really want to write this so that way I don't have to keep looking at it. It also pretty much details the entire story, and it's quite brief. So I am going to keep that a secret just because I want you guys to be a little bit surprised when you actually read this story. Are you majoring in literature right now? I'm not, actually. I haven't taken a lit class since senior year of high school, but I want to take one again. I'm majoring in international relations, so I would love to major in literature, but, I mean, I can't major in everything, you know? So, but as part of my creative writing minor, I will have to take a couple lit classes, and I'm actually really looking forward to those because it's been a while since I've read like good literature and analyzed it and wrote and stuff. No, it's just fun. Okay, I'll take like last minute questions, and then I'm probably gonna go. See if I can write by myself. So, so I'll just wait, see. And if not, I will probably end the live. Maybe write, or maybe I'll just play Animal Crossing. But just keep in mind, feel free to always, like, my ask box is always open on Tumblr, so if you ever want to ask me stuff there, totally can. I will answer it eventually. And, you know, maybe I'll do this again. This was kind of fun. So, love you too, Neri. Yeah, this is fun. I might pick a different day because it is Sunday, and I know that people have stuff to do on Mondays. So I might do like Friday or Saturday if I do go live. This is fun. This it's just nice to talk and say stuff. Because I mean, we're all in quarantine right now. I hope that this was a little bit of a break from your usual, like the daily mire of not being able to leave your house. Stay safe, stay healthy. I do want to do this again. This is fun. And I will probably be out of here. So, I don't know. Hope everyone enjoyed. This fic will come soon enough. We're hoping for the end of April, but not sure. We'll see. If not, then sometime in early May after my classes are over. So, hope you're looking forward to it. Thanks for tuning in. And you can always find me, like, on Tumblr. I'm there all the time. So, I guess I will just say goodbye to everyone. This was fun. Thank you. Thank you for all your love and support. I really do appreciate it.